All right, Delano, thank you. Now on Bounce, two local heroes are bringing awareness to human trafficking this month. It's a cause very near and dear to both Mark Blackwell, the founder and president of Justice Ministries, and Bo Quickel, who is the founder of Vigilante Truckers. So welcome to you both. Appreciate you coming out to talk about such an important issue.
Thank you.
First, I want to talk about why this is so close to both of you, this issue.
Sure.
I'll start with you.
Well, yeah, for me, I actually heard about it at a conference about 5 years ago, and God just put it on my heart to serve the population that is human trafficking victims. Today, I'm the director of Justice Ministries. We're a local nonprofit. We have a local hotline, and we do extraction and safe house placement. So even last year alone, we had about 100 clients that we were able to serve. That's
awesome. Bo, over to you.
Well, for me, I realized that men in this country, and certainly this city to be included, were being deceived. And Vigilante Truth is the name of my nonprofit, and the reason for that is I just want the men to understand the truth, that what they're paying for is actually non-consensual sex. They're basically paying the traffickers or the pimps to rape the girls. And so, you know, I think most men are against rape of their daughters and their sisters and their mothers. And so that's just heavy on my heart to make sure the men understand that.
And the name of yours is Vigilante Truth. I'm
That's
sorry,
correct.
I misspoke.
No, it's
my bad about that. Wanted to get that out there. Mark, back over to you. Can you talk about what our lawmakers are doing to address this issue?
Yeah, I've actually been really pleased over the past few years. Statewide, there's been some new laws put into effect that really protect victims of sex trafficking and human trafficking. Nationally, there's always a lot of attention and energy, and that's actually been increasing as well. But even this past week at the first meeting of the Board of County Commissioners, I attended, and they read a proclamation for this county saying, hey, we're taking a stand against trafficking. So being a Charlotte boy and a Mecklenburg guy, I was really thrilled to just see that and encouraged by the energy it has right now.
Bo, back to you. How would you say you're trying to help local victims of human trafficking? How are you guys trying to do that?
There's two sides of this coin, and Mark really focuses on the first side of the coin, which is to get these girls rescued and restored. I focus on the other side of the coin. I deal with the men who are paying for it and the buyers. So we really have a supply and demand attack going on. So outside of awareness, which is Human Trafficking Awareness Month, and so certainly both Mark and I public speak at any organization, whether it's a nonprofit, a community event, churches, wherever, however, and get out the word that trafficking exists. It still amazes me today, with as much wonderful support as we get from the media and law enforcement. I always hear every time I speak, I had no idea. People still just don't get what's going on in their city. So this month's very important to get the word out exactly what's going on.
And I think it's so interesting that for you two to be so passionate about this, and it hasn't really touched you or someone you know closely, but you still felt compelled to take up this cause, to raise awareness, to try to rescue these girls.
There's a saying, if I get it right, to paraphrase, nothing gets done until the people who haven't been affected are just as outraged as those who have been affected.
That's right.
And I think both Mark and I, we've led blessed lives. I have wonderful parents, and I had a wonderful childhood, and I don't have anything traumatic like these victims have experienced in my life at all. But I think some days I'm more upset than they are.
And if people like us aren't willing to take a stand, because that could easily be our neighbor, our cousin, our niece, and, you know, what would we not do for them? Well, we should love our neighbors just the same.
How can the community get involved? I know you guys have 3 events happening this month.
Well, the first event coming up is this Sunday. We have rented out the Elevation Church's university campus. It's 1,200 seats. We're having a night of worship. We call it the Night of Hope, and you can go to Facebook to get the tickets. They are free, but you do have to have one. It's going to be a great, we have survivors telling stories, wonderful music, 7 different organizations that have come together in Charlotte to show unity in ending sex trafficking here. That's the first event coming up.
Yeah, there's multiple coming down the pipeline. Obviously, January being Human Trafficking Awareness, the 11th being, you know, the main day we focus on. And so, yeah, we would love for people to participate and get involved with as many events that they'll come across on the calendar that they can.
And we have put up more information about all of this on WBTV.com. The Web Extra section right there on the homepage, folks, is where you can find all of the details. Mark, Bo, thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us.
I think it's empowering for the folks at home to see people who haven't been touched by this personally so, you know, passionate and committed to raising awareness. So thank you both for what you guys are doing in the community.
Absolutely. And that's the way we feel about it.
That's right.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Delano?